Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Getting Off. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, Word Matt Ritter, and I'm here with my co-hosts this evening. She's host of the She Lead Showcase, Inside the Mind Up in the Crowd Story Time with Ms. Katie Kinsey Bay.
Hey.
And he is King Reek House of Havoc, first of his name, or for those of you in the medical field, Dr. Reek Baker, BBC. And unlike Cody Rhodes, apparently he actually has one. At least that's what TC said. That Cody Rhodes doesn't, not that Reek does. To be clear.
Yeah, I'm verified. He is not.
I was going to say on Sundays we wear black, but Katie's in pink, so.
Well, this was supposed to be on Valentine's Day, so fuck me, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah, well.
Listen, it is your show, Katie.
Yeah, it is.
You do as you wish. Would you like to give us your huge update on your...
Yeah! I finished season 5 today. 2 hours ago, I finished season 5. Shit went down, of course. I was only on episode 5, and I finished the rest of it today. Basically, Dexter and Lumen trauma bond because she went through everything she went through, and Dexter is Dexter. So they end up becoming a thing because of that. He brings her along on his kills, lets her kill one of the guys that tortured and raped her and all of the terrible things that they all did. You find out it was like 5 guys instead of just the one they tried to pin everything on. And the one's like this weird motivational speaker who you can tell is definitely a cult leader if he wasn't a serial killer. But he was the one who was behind everything. He didn't actually do any of the killing. He just manipulated all of his friends to do the killing and the torturing and the raping for him. At a summer camp. It's all started at a summer camp.
I don't remember any of this.
Really?
Yeah, at all.
Well, that happened. Batista and LaGuerta's marriage is on the rocks because he gets into the bar fight with that other cop, and other cop ends up in the hospital. And then LaGuerta has to save his ass by helping IA with a sting. Batista thinks she's cheating on him, and that leads to a whole thing. A narcotics cop gets arrested and inevitably fired because he was who they were doing this thing on. And then that guy goes to Quinn to bitch because Quinn is all mad that he lost, or no, he was sent on vacation days because Quinn was telling LaGuerta that Dexter is Kyle Butler. That whole thing. So then they all, those two plan to basically extort Dexter or just show that Dexter's a bad guy. And in return, the cop gets killed by Dexter because he kidnapped him and tased him.
Did they not learn anything about Dokes? Like,
apparently not. Well, Quinn gets off way easier than Dokes did because Quinn is still alive. Dokes is not. Dokes got exploded. Which wasn't really Dexter's fault. It was that crazy bitch that blew up the cabin or whatever, but that's fine. But Quinn basically is almost charged with that cop's death, but Dexter clears him for whatever reason, even though Quinn is the most suspicious motherfucker in the show, and I still don't like him. And I've been scrolling just to see like how many episodes like each season is, and I saw that he's in the rest of the show. Why? I'm mad. I don't know what he does, but I just saw his picture and I was mad. You look like you want to say something.
So, what crazy bitch are we talking about?
Oh my god. It was. Oh my god, I don't remember what her name was. The
What?
one that's like like turned on the gas when Dokes was in the cage.
She have dark hair.
I think so.
Crazy. Well, you said crazy, and we've had the whole discussion about don't stick your dick in crazy, but that's kind of crazy that you do. So because I know we have Dexter's baby's mama.
I don't co-sign with that. I say thinking crazy whenever, however, just
Insane.
We did not co-sign with that, but this one definitely do. So there was Dexter's baby's mama. Lumen was Julia Stiles, right?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
that was this season was Lumen.
That I do remember. And then there's the dark-haired chick that Dexter was also kind of dating, who was also kind of crazy.
Yeah, she was like an arsonist and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember what her name was, but she was all types of fucking crazy. She was crazier than Dexter, and Dexter's a little fucked up. But you know, Dexter and Lumen, they go on a nice little killing spree. They kill all of the men that tortured and raped all of these women before Lumen. 12 women before Lumen. Lumen was number 13, and they made that a very big deal. So yeah, they get the. Was it Lila? Yeah. She was British.
Yeah, Lila West.
Yeah, she was fucking crazy. Like, not the good kind of crazy. There is good crazy. She was bad crazy.
There is no bad crazy.
No.
There isn't.
She was bad crazy. She was an arsonist.
Okay.
And a murderer.
She was, so you're telling me she was fiery, which means passionate.
No, Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
No, exactly. Oh my god. Aster shows up randomly to the house, drunk with her 14-year-old friend. I didn't think I was going to see the kids ever again on the show, because you told me that they basically were non-existent after last season.
They are.
But I didn't expect to see them in this season.
I was going to say basically means basically. Like, they're pretty much a non-factor.
It was that episode, and then Harrison's first birthday party in the finale and that's when you see Cody for the first time the whole season.
Well, I was going to say, Harrison is more of a thing.
Well, yeah, because he has Harrison.
Because he has Harrison, yeah.
Because Aster and Cody live with their grandparents in Orlando. Duh. Yeah, that was a whole side plot that Aster's friend was getting beat up by her mom's boyfriend. So then Dexter beat the shit out of him. And that was a whole thing. That was good. That was a side plot. Yeah, there was a lot that was happening. But
what happened to Lumen
now,
at the end?
She left. They killed the main douchebag. His name was Jordan Chase. They killed him. And then she didn't feel that dark passenger anymore, so she told Dexter she had to leave. And that was it. And Dexter was all sad because he finally had someone who knew that side of him. And she left.
I mean, Lila knew that side of him too.
Yeah, but this was also the first girl Dexter was with since Rita died.
Yeah.
So it's different.
Yeah.
He cheated on Rita technically with Lila, so
yeah,
it's different.
I would argue that Dexter Morgan was faithful to Rita. His dark passenger had a relationship with Lila. And that is a completely separate part of himself. But
dark passenger.
I mean, that's what Dexter calls it. His urge to kill.
It's something he can say about his urge to kill, but you cannot call somebody in your Uber.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, no,
that will not go well.
Call someone that. Don't do that. But yeah, that's That's probably like the main thing, like the main plots of the rest of the season.
All right. So you still enjoying it?
Like some episodes, I was just like, okay, like we can move along a little bit, but no, it's still good. Again, I still don't like Quinn. Lumen was an interesting
Quinn's
thing
not
that
going
happened to
anywhere.
Dexter. I know when I'm mad.
He even shows up in like the sequel to the sequel series for a little bit.
He's still around? Jesus.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. I don't like him. Oh, he told Deb that he loved her. So now they're like a thing. Okay.
I don't know what you know. So I don't want to.
I mean, I know some things.
Like what?
That inevitably, I don't know when, because I don't know like what happens in what season. Like I knew coming into this that Rita gets murdered. I knew that. And I know that Dexter and Deb inevitably end up together, which is gross.
They're step siblings.
But it's still fucking gross.
You cannot peruse. Don't make that face, because you cannot peruse a porn site without 1,600 fucking videos about step siblings banging.
Listen.
You can't tell me you haven't watched any of them, that you've ignored all of
them. I'm not incriminating myself. The point is, they took advantage of a niche and just ran it into the ground. So of course it's everywhere.
I don't know when that happens. I know it does eventually. Okay. And I'm assuming it's on like the main part of the show, right? It's not on like any of the weird sequels and shit. It's like the actual like show.
I'm curious about the answer to this, even though it has nothing to do with horror. But since we're on the subject, so let's say you and your best friend have known each other since you were 5 years old. And for Reek, it's a female best friend. For Katie, it could be male or female. It really doesn't matter in her situation. But your best friend. And eventually you become of age and you realize that friendship that you guys have had your entire lives has blossomed into something more. And you decide to act on those feelings physically. How is that any different than step siblings banging? It's not. It's not, because you're not blood. It's not half. It's step. It's just somebody you grew up with and had a relationship with. And
you're trying to be slick. You're trying to be slick. The fuck you are. You're trying to be slick. Because there's an implied family tie. Yes, it's not blood, but there's an implied familial tie there that exists. If you just have a friend, it's just a matter of kind of flipping the switch to go from, oh, we were just, we just homies, and everything like that, to go into, oh, I would bang her. Like,
besides the fact that my dad and or mom married your dad and or mom, it is exactly the same thing. It is someone that you grew up with and developed feelings for, and then you guys banged it out. No different.
It's not the same. It's not the same. I see what you try to do. No.
Rick's like, I will fucking arsonist, but I will not fuck a step sibling. I draw the line there.
Hey, listen, she ain't burning my house down, so
she might.
I'm just gonna plead ignorance when somebody else catches
her own apartment down. I will guarantee you, she would burn your fucking house down.
Hey,
she tried to burn her apartment down with children in it.
That's why she don't show up to my house. We going somewhere else.
Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn.
Exactly.
Wild. Absolutely.
I mean, Tech Nine's got a whole song about how you don't bring your side chick to your house, but that's neither here nor there. And it's called Psycho Bitch. And it's a techno version of the Halloween song. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Katie, it is your show. What else you got on the docket? What do you want to talk about?
Okay, something that I'm glad you're both here for.
What?
So,
Oh
this
boy.
imaginary series that you all think isn't fucking happening, even though it is. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. This is my show right now. The OG Friday the 13th composer, Harry Manfredini. Oh my god, hi. You guys are both stupid. He is coming back to compose music for the series. It's like talking to walls. I hate this.
I have a question.
Okay.
Have you heard it?
Have I heard what?
Have we heard this music?
No. Because the showrunner just confirmed it and said it like a few days ago. So no, I haven't heard it yet.
Interesting.
See, now you can't get the mask back up. See what you do.
I'm very curious.
Good job. Good job.
I did it.
Because I would think somebody would have like some sort of like sample of what's coming up or something like that.
No, they said he's coming back to do the music in some capacity for the show. God forbid.
We'll hear if a trailer.
Well, I see an Instagram post, so I guess there's that. But
yeah, and that's from whatever the Brad Caleb, whatever the fuck that guy's name is. He did.
Caleb.
It's Brad Caleb something. The guy who did. He also did Welcome to Derry. Whatever his name is.
Brad Caleb Kane.
That guy.
Tell you what, Zoe does love that fucking theme song to Welcome to Derry. She asked me to listen
so
to it in the car.
catchy. It has no right to be as catchy as it is.
Smile on a ribbon. Yeah, she loves that shit.
Yeah, and it's one of those things you can't skip the theme. Like, you have to sit there and listen to it.
Is there an alleged release date?
No.
Interesting.
This year.
That's not a date. I'm not hearing a date.
When this show comes out, I demand apologies.
So wait. So it's coming out later this year that we are currently in, 2 months into already, but we don't have a date.
No.
It's crazy because you had dates for. I had a date for Evil Dead Burns like a year before it came out.
Yep.
Okay. Guys, the show is going to happen. The fact that you both don't.
I sent y'all the thing. They already have. They got date for Evil Dead Burn and the one that's coming after that.
I have it in my notes. We're gonna talk about it, but there's not even much on that part one. But we're gonna talk about it. You guys are just mean.
Interesting.
To be fair, you do it yourself.
I do, but you guys just need to believe me for once.
Well,
we told you when we believe you, Katie. When there's a date and a trailer, we will then concede.
There you go.
We have made that abundantly clear. We have neither for a show that is supposed to happen sometime this year, which seems sketchy. With as often as this has been rumored and delayed and put on the shelf and all of the bullshit.
It's gonna happen.
Something concrete, irrefutable, can't deny it. I need it. Haven't had it yet.
Okay. Whatever.
I'll take a poster. Has there been a poster?
I don't know. There might have been. I don't know.
So we're this far again. It's dropping this year. We don't have a poster.
Do TV shows get posters?
I don't know, but like some kind of like the image that you'd see on it, like when the show comes up, like
Yeah.
Something like that.
A thumbnail.
Yeah, a thumbnail. Something. I haven't even seen one of those.
Are we going into a trailer next, Katie?
Yep.
I believe it's this one.
Yes.
Tommaso Ciampa.
Psycho Killer, yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear about it, or do you want to watch? Sometimes you want to watch the trailer first. I don't know.
I'll let Reek decide. You want to hear about it, Reek, or you just want to get into it? I know. Or do you want to turn your camera off? I know you don't like watching trailers.
No, I'll watch it.
Okay.
Because you know, I've heard of the movie. I don't think I've seen the trailer yet.
I'm a little nervous because normally I get some kind of indication early on in the episode from Katie of how she felt about the movie that we have to cover during Shit Matt Made Katie Watch. And she hasn't said shit. So I have no idea. But here we go.
Good. It hasn't even been 48 hours since you buried your husband. What I hope to help you come to grips with, no matter how many times you replay what happened, the outcome is inescapable.
Damn. Some point this year. I'm in.
So February 20th. So in 5 days. This is coming out. This is Psycho Killer, which is rated R for strong bloody violence, strong sexual content, graphic nudity, drug use, and language.
All the things I love in movies.
All the things Matt loves about a movie.
Blood, booze, and boobies.
Premise of this movie, following the brutal murder of her husband, a Kansas Highway Patrol officer sets on a journey to track down the perpetrator. As the hunt progresses, she comes to realize the man responsible is a sadistic serial killer, and the depth of his mental depravity in his sinister agenda is more twisted than anyone could have imagined.
All right, I was in until I heard the premise.
Really?
Satan ain't going to fucking Kansas. Of all the places Satan can go, the last place he's going to is Kansas.
What?
Correct.
No.
Nobody wants to go to Kansas, especially Satan.
Okay.
I agree.
No,
actually.
No, that looked fantastic. And I'm excited. I was sold before I got to the chicken or underwear laying down with the upside down cross, but that pushed it over the edge.
Well, I mean, that sounds about right. They also had that serial killer in the audience on NXT this past week to, talk about the show.
I was listening to this podcast with these. Well, it was one girl. Normally there's two girls, but then there was one girl. And I heard something about that on that show.
No way.
Yeah. The fuck was the name of that
there,
podcast?
I don't know.
Are there any cups?
In the title of the show?
Anywhere. He said there were two girls, and usually there's one, or usually there's two.
Yeah, as far as I know, there's not a 2-girl 1 cup or 1-girl 2 cup podcast.
Okay.
There probably is, actually. Honestly, there probably
is. It's somewhere in the depths.
It's two girls and one cup of wine, and they pass it back and forth. Some dumb shit like that.
Probably.
No, I don't think that was it. Anyway,
no, you're
you guys
so
should
close.
go find you guys should go look for this podcast. It was really entertaining.
Yeah, sounds like
Weird.
it.
Probably.
Speaking of, you heard your boy is joining you in fatherhood, Mr. D'Angelo.
Well, it's on my for this upcoming week. Yeah, Tony D'Angelo and his wife announced that they're pregnant.
At least he's gonna get something out of this deal because he should have been in an NXT title match or NXT champ. Who's NXT champion right now?
Joe Hendry.
And don't get me wrong, I believe in Joe Hendry. You're just being difficult at this point. To be difficult.
Excuse you?
Yes, you are. Honestly, I listen to you talk and I hear it, and it is just like it's the same. You are doing the same thing with Joe Hendry that me and Reek are doing with Friday the 13th. We have just decided it's not going to happen, and we will not allow any other. No matter what you tell us, no matter what happens, you're doing the same thing with Joe Hendry, which is fine. You have every right to do that, but you're just being stubborn at this point. However, I do not believe in Joe Hendry over Tony D'Angelo, who came back, did all of this stuff, should have, regardless of Reek's opinion, defeated Obafemi before he left to go up to the main roster and taken that belt off him.
Absolutely not.
Who beat Obafemi for that title?
I mean, he lucked up, but shit happens.
Who? Ricky
some
Starks,
guy.
right? Yeah. I'd rather have Tony D'Angelo, who has already beaten him once, beat him for it, than Ricky Starks with some DDTs. But that's not here nor there. I'm not watching anymore. It's not important. Listen, my guy ain't doing shit apparently in NXT, but feuding with fucking Dark State, which is what it is.
I mean,
that's what he tells me.
Devil's advocate, he got to get his lick back. So,
I don't even know what
they turned him into a caveman.
Honestly.
You both said something at the same time. What?
He said they turned him into a caveman. I said, I'm not even sure what lick he's trying to get back.
They started it all. Well, Stack started, but they kind of made it.
No. Fuck Stacks. What else you got?
So remember last episode we talked about Insidious?
We did.
And I quickly mentioned the new Insidious. We have a premise for Insidious 6. Insidious 6. The bleeding world.
Bleeding world. That's
it's bleeding.
It's not melting, it's bleeding.
It's not melting, it's bleeding. It comes out August 21st. So soon. We know that Lin Shaye is returning. None of the other cast sounded familiar in any capacity, so I didn't write them down. But the premise is a trio of stalkers infiltrate a quiet suburb and force a new family into the astral plane where they uncover a terrifying truth. The further is bleeding into the real world.
Hey, Katie.
Hey, Matt.
You know what that doesn't sound like?
Hey, I didn't make the movie.
The fucking movie I asked for is what that doesn't sound like.
Hey, I didn't make it. So they clearly said, we don't want to do anything with Matt's idea. Fuck him. But I don't know when this takes place. I don't know if Lin Shaye is in the further hanging out as a ghost or if she's like real Elise. We don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Just want one thing. Just one fucking thing.
How are these people forcing a family into the astral plane? That's my question.
You're gonna have to watch and find out, I guess.
August 21st. And I will.
Yeah, you do that.
Hey, I like going to the movies. It's a great time.
Well, I mean, now you do. So.
Speaking of going to the movies, Reek, will you be seeing Scream by next Saturday or on next Saturday so you can join us for the review?
Oh, absolutely. Well, what's day? Are you doing it Sunday?
No, Saturday.
Saturday. Okay. I'm off, so I can just see it that day.
Because I got my tickets. Kay got her tickets.
Ticket. Singular. I'm going by myself because fuck other people.
Maybe you bought 2 seats so that no one can sit next to you. You had a place to put your coat and popcorn. I don't know what the fuck you do when you go by yourself.
What do you mean, my popcorn? It goes on the little thing that comes on the seat. That's where my popcorn goes.
Not all. Listen, we went to a local movie theater instead of the one we normally go to go see Wuthering Heights, and it was like old school, no recliner chairs. It was the fucking cloth chairs where like the armrest comes down, it's got a cup holder, and that was it.
Oh.
And I was not comfortable or happy about any of that situation. I'm like, how the fuck are you still in business with this shit?
Because it's got that appeal.
No, there's no appeal to that.
Well, that's how fucking D-box seats are. Like, there's nothing. You get the cup holder. I mean, they are heated seats, so like it's kind of fun. But like, I have nowhere to put my popcorn. I have no little table, so I have to hold it. It's not fun. But that's D-box seats, and those are more money, so I don't get those often.
Fair.
Anyway. Okay. Have you heard of the Ice Cream Man?
Yes.
The horror movie Ice Cream Man?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not that one. There's going to be another one. So this is Eli Roth is making this. He said it has nothing to do with the same titled Clint Howard 90s movie.
Which is fucked up.
I don't make the rules.
Clint Howard doesn't have a lot, all right? He doesn't. He's the much uglier of the two brothers. Didn't we just talk about this? I feel like we just talked about this.
No.
I talked about this with somebody. Maybe it was Kate. I forget what the fuck I saw Clint Howard in, but he was in some shit. And I'm like, poor Clint Howard, dude. Like, he's uglier than his brother. And his brother, Ron Howard's not attractive, but also far more successful in film than poor Clint.
I feel like I need to look up what both of them look like. I feel like I know what they look like, but at the same time I don't. Not Clint Eastwood. Jesus Christ. I know what he looks like. Oh, okay, yeah, I know.
Hold on, Katie. I'm just going to text you a picture of them together.
It's fine. I already Googled it.
Yeah, but a side-by-side helps.
I didn't. Interesting. You really sent me the picture. Yeah, that's kind of rough.
Yeah. And then your brother was in a famous TV show, and he's a director and all sorts of stuff. And you used to be the Ice Cream Man, and you get the bits where you get to play the ugly weird guy in movies on occasion.
Shout out to Adam Sandler, the Water Boy. That's what I know him from. But so this movie, Eli Roth said he wants to make this the craziest film he's ever made. He described it as Burbs, but with children. Funny because we were talking about the Burbs in our group chat a few days ago because Matt yelled at us that we haven't seen it yet. He says no release date yet, but thinking maybe late summer. But it's totally insane. He teases, I filmed with 100 kids going completely nuts with like axes and tools, and the kids just kill all the adults, but then they're playing jump rope with the guts and tetherball with the head. And I filmed with kids during the summer, and it was one of the funniest, most nuts. It was like Christmas morning. That is a direct quote from Eli Roth.
Listen, Eli, I need you to calm the fuck down, bro. All right? Listen, Hostel was great. And then you did like a whole like series, like a docu-series on horror movies and all that. Fantastic.
Yeah, those were good.
Green Inferno we had an issue with because that was, in homage to a terrible movie that was made, and we probably didn't need to go back there. I was wondering before you said what you just said, how he could make the premise of the 1995 movie any more crazy, because The 1995 movie, for those of you who do not know, is about a mentally unstable man who becomes a murderous ice cream vendor after childhood trauma, blending human body parts into his frozen treats for the neighborhood kids. So he is killing people, putting them in the ice cream, and feeding it to the children. And I'm like, how do you get more crazy and absurd than that? And then you said what the fuck you said. And I'm like, there's no reason to be more crazy than that. You could have just done that again. Do that.
Well, I feel like I saw recently-ish, I don't remember how long ago it was before I knew about Eli Roth making a movie. I feel like I saw an interview with Clint Howard saying that there was potentially going to be another Ice Cream Man movie. So I don't know if he was insinuating this or one with him in it. Maybe Clint Howard has a role in this one.
If you're going to make an Ice Cream Man movie, even though it's not a proper remake, you got to at least put Clint Howard. You got to at least give the guy a payday.
I mean, I guess. It'd be nice. Okay. Trailer time, please, sir.
Trailer time.
Do you want to hear about it or do you want to watch the trailer?
So this is Obsession.
Oh.
Only in theaters May 15th. Let's watch it. I like watching then here. Because then you clear up any misconceptions I might
One wish
hear in fucking Kansas.
You only get one wish.
I didn't make the rules.
I wish Nikki Freeman loved me more than anyone in the entire world.
That was a terrible idea. Don't do that.
Oh no.
He did it.
You know you done fucked up, right?
How much? Do you still think I'm pretty?
No, bitch. No, I do not.
All of that.
I will say I did see like TikTokers get the PR package for this movie, and it was just like chef's kiss. It was like a bunch of Valentine's Day cards signed by Nikki, and it just got crazier each one. And there was like a brick with like lipstick prints on it and like a lock of her hair. Good PR. Like, promote your movie, pop off. But this movie, May 15th, into the movie, after breaking the mysterious one-wish willow to win his crush's heart, a hopeless romantic finds himself getting exactly what he asked for, but soon discovers that some desires come at a dark, sinister price.
There is no reason in the year of our Lord Tony D'Angelo, 2026,
I was like, okay.
that we should be making, the year of our Lord John Carpenter, 2026, that we should be, since we're on a horror podcast, that we should be making wishes without very, very, very carefully wording our wishes.
Hello.
We should have seen too many movies, not just horror movies, just too many movies in general, but mostly horror movies, where we don't just make weird, vague wishes.
We just got season 2 of Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
True.
I wish she loved me as much as I love her.
Well, he wished for her to love him more than
she loved
anyone else. Yeah.
In the world. Yeah.
In the world.
Yeah. Which would
That's
include
crazy.
loving you. Listen, you never want someone to love you more than they love themselves. First and foremost. That is a recipe for disaster.
True.
You still stick your dick in crazy, but you never want
Yes.
No.
Why are you saying no? Do you have it to
What
stick
do you
in
mean?
somebody?
She has a
No.
metaphorical penis.
Doesn't count, but okay.
Listen, it does count because stick your dick in crazy, while it is a turn of phrase that is very gender specific, it does not have to be. Anyone can stick their dick in crazy because it means hook up with crazy. All right?
Yeah. Well,
you stick your strap on in crazy works the same way. Stick your fingers in crazy. Stick your tongue in crazy. It's all the same shit.
indeed.
Anyone
That's
can
true.
stick their
That's
dick in
true.
crazy, whether it's a metaphorical penis or a physical penis.
That's
Stick my
fair.
dick in crazy, I wouldn't have 2 children upstairs right now. So
There you go. There you go. It works out. Just statistically speaking, the crazy is going to be on their side more so than on ours, statistically speaking. So I don't know. Again, I don't know why you protesting so much because, you know, crazy for you might just be a little bit obsessive.
I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna agree with what you just said. Maybe more so on our side than your side, because last I checked, most of the mass shooters look like me.
Jesus.
So there's a lot of crazy on my side.
Yeah, but I mean, like in regards to like if we're talking, you know, one of those that are like, you know, can't get away from you, stalking shit, you know.
I mean, I've seen some shit with some dudes who get. I mean, I don't think we talk about the obsessed dudes who do shit as much as we probably should. I think women get a bad rap for that. I think
that
fairly equal.
that is true.
Yeah, you know,
because when they're weird, they're fucking weird.
Every revenge movie that exists about a woman getting assaulted is basically because a dude was obsessed and couldn't let it go and took it too far. So,
yeah.
But that's not why we're here.
Okay, TikTok, relax. Last thing, it was briefly mentioned, Evil Dead Wrath, we know, is a thing, or will be a thing.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. 7th installment in the franchise. Production starting this month in Auckland. The plot is being kept under wraps. And writer-director Francis Galuppi. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right at all. But that's all the information I have about Evil Dead Wrath.
I cannot tell you how, like, I am worried at how excited I am for Evil Dead Burn.
Okay.
Because if it's not good, I'm going to be like, it's one of those things where I got myself so excited that if it's bad, that's on me for being disappointed. But like,
it happens to me all the time.
I loved the last 2 movies so much.
I know.
I just watched Evil Dead Rise the other day, and Zoe came down in the middle of it and was like, "What are you watching, Daddy?" And I'm like,
maybe still a little too young for that one.
Nah, she hung out and she was fine.
I'm shocked.
Okay,
I shouldn't be shocked.
I couldn't get her out of the room, and she had questions about what was going on. But I mean, again, for the most part, she is not having bad dreams. We have discussions about what she is seeing, that it is all fake, it is TV, that there are actors, these are not real people. And as long as there is no sex or sexual things going on, she handles everything fairly well. So we watched our daddy-daughter movie night was Abigail, and she was prancing around like a vampire ballerina during the movie.
You got Halloween locked in already. Then you got to do it.
No, she wants to be Periwinkle, and she wants me to be Pennywise. That's what she told me last, but that could change a million times between now and October. So
that's very cool.
I love that.
So
okay,
but I'm excited for a movie that is a sequel to a movie that hasn't even come out yet, and that is concerning to me. Like, they said Evil Dead Wrath, and I'm like, fuck yeah, because, like, again, we don't have a premise for Evil Dead Burn yet, I don't think.
No.
I don't believe I'll double check.
I know we haven't got a trailer yet.
Because that's this year, isn't it?
Which then makes me a hypocrite for talking all that shit about Friday the 13th when we have a date, though, Katie. We have a date.
Exactly.
It said as of 2 days ago, December. At least it's a month. I got something.
You didn't say that earlier,
yeah.
but anyway.
Well, because I was looking it up as you guys were talking, and it said December. But it was also from 2 days ago, and I wrote my stuff earlier in the week. July 24th for Evil Dead Burn.
We should have had a trailer by now.
Weird.
We should be getting one any day.
Yeah, I you know what? I'm going to have faith in that.
Yeah, no, I'm not seeing anything premise-wise. I'll check IMDb as well, just to make sure. And it'll load. Plot is under wraps, is what IMDb says on their website.
Oh,
So we don't get shit. They don't want you to know anything about this movie.
That makes me very curious.
It does. It says Evil Dead Burn teaser reveals brutal and bloody death in horror sequel on IMDb, and that was from 4 months ago.
I don't remember ever seeing a teaser.
I'm looking. It might just be a picture.
Oh, maybe.
Hold on. I think we did watch this, but we're gonna watch it again.
I don't remember ever watching anything for this movie.
Right, hold on. Now I gotta pull this up because it's on fucking X.
Boo. I mean, I just remember seeing like the slate and like the scripted stuff. I don't remember seeing anything else for it. You said we watched this?
Maybe.
Huh. Who knows?
I can even find what I'm looking for.
Yeah, good luck.
What about you guys? How are you guys feeling about?
All right, listen, I'm ready. I'm ready to get there. Like I said, they haven't missed with none of these. Like, you know, I talked about how I felt about those older ones. You know what I'm saying? It's hit miss, but yeah, ever since they came back with 2013 with those, I'm like, I haven't had a complaint yet, so I just expect more of the same.
The last two movies were really good. Especially the opening for, I mean, both of them, but seeing the opening of Evil Dead Rise in theaters is a crazy experience. Just her body coming out of the water. Like, incredible. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with these next two. Because I think then that's it. I don't believe they're planning on making more. I feel like it was just
if they make money, they'll make more. Look at Scream.
Oh, good God.
I just saw something today that said Ned Campbell confirmed that they're already in development of Scream 8.
No. We can end it at 7. We don't need another one. And that's coming from me, and I love Scream. Sometimes you need to just know when's enough, you know?
My question, before we even got to 7, my question became immediately, how did they find themselves being the franchise that they were making fun of years ago? Because Scream 4 was all about the endless sequels and, you know, those story beats that just keep going and going and going. It's like, okay, that's your bag. You do the meta commentary. You do the what is it? The dialogue about the genre. But how did you become that franchise all of a sudden?
I should have just done this the way I just did it, where I went to the website that I found it on my phone. That would have been way easier than trying to scroll through Bloody Disgusting all the way back to fucking October.
Oh, dude. Bloody Disgusting is a nightmare.
So apparently this was shared back in October.
Take one.
Action.
You know, we did not watch that.
I did. I remember
I did
this.
not. No, I don't like it just kept going. I did not like that.
Yeah. No, I saw. I don't know if we watched it here, but I do remember seeing that. It was
no
all the way back in October.
That gives me hope, though.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. If it was back in October, maybe we did. I remember fish right now. I don't know.
But they set a premise up in Evil Dead Rise, and I need them. There are supposedly 2 other books, and I need the next 2 movies to be about the other 2 books. Just a vague, off-the-cuff mention would make me happy. Like, give me a story and just be like, and this is one of the books, one of the 3, and then I'll be happy. This is the Evil Dead Burn book. It's the Burn book, and Bounty's got one. Evil Dead's got one. Fuck it.
I agree with that.
At least Evil Dead will answer our questions.
Nope. Maybe. Can't fully say nope yet. Now you gotta stop giving your hopes up about this. You had an idea for Insidious and they still aren't doing it.
Well, first and foremost, fuck Insidious. Fuck them 6 ways from Sunday.
Disrespectful. Disrespectful.
They had 3 chances to make them, 4 chances now to make a movie, and they didn't do it. So now it's on them, Katie. It's not on me.
I'm just saying.
It's a lot.
You can't. Anyways.
Is it that time?
It's that time.
Shit, Matt made Katie watch, and this week, Queen of the Damned.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start with Reek because he's making fucking weird faces down there. Reek?
I'm going to be like really, really quick with this. I need you to explain to me what in the entire fuck you can sit here and tell me you liked about this outside of the music. Listen, the music soundtrack, we're not even touching that. We all established ahead of time that was good. Outside of that, I need you to tell me something that is justifiable for why you even remotely can sit there and enjoy anything about this movie. I need to know.
Before we get into that, Katie, thoughts?
I don't know. Overall, it's like I didn't love it and I didn't hate it. I kind of just felt like, you know? That's kind of just how I felt the whole movie. I did feel like it dragged on quite a bit. I was like, damn, this movie still has an hour left. Fuck. It's one of those. But Aaliyah looked good. Oh, okay.
Hold on. Aaliyah looked great. For the amount of time that she's in the film, for which she is the titular character, and this movie is 141 minutes, and I made sure to take this down. At 51 minutes into the movie is when she makes her first actual appearance on screen. I'm talking about the little stone statue of you sitting on a throne. No. Her first actual appearance in this film is literally at just over the halfway point of it. And then we really don't get to it again until there's about 30 minutes left in the movie. It's like we waited until we had the last half hour to say, oh, this movie is Queen of the Damned. Let's do something about that, as opposed to this other dude that you made the whole 75% of this movie about.
Well, paused right there because if that is one of your main issues, then that's on you. Because just like Interview with the Vampire, which also features the exact same character, Lestat, these are all based on Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles, which are about Lestat. Lestat is the titular character in Interview with a Vampire, in Queen of the Damned, and then there's another book apparently that they didn't make a movie for. Yes, Katie?
So if Lestat is the main character, why did they decide to call it Queen of the Damned?
I don't know enough about the Vampire Chronicles. I did not read them.
Okay.
That might be the name of one of the books. And they went with that. That I don't know.
Brought my phone.
But,
okay.
I don't know.
That does actually make sense though. Because I forgot that there's a tie-in.
Yes.
That doesn't make it a good movie though.
Well, so here's the thing. Katie's summation of the film in and of itself is correct. Honestly, I feel like this film does suffer from dated CGI terribly when the vampires are moving. It's so bad.
They were Power Rangers.
You're asking me to do an impossible thing, Reek. You're asking me to take the thing that makes me like this movie out of this movie and then tell you why I like it. Yes, Katie?
Queen of the Damned is the third novel in Anne Rice's The Vampire Chronicles.
So this is based off, I don't know how good of an adaptation this is. From what Kelly made it sound like, I don't know if it's a good adaptation or if she just didn't like the movie per the adaptation, but it is an adaptation. But the Vampire Chronicles, as far as I know, are about Lestat. So,
I mean, based off of the plot I'm seeing, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
So
he is the titular character, which is why he was the focus of the movie. He then, listen, here's the thing. It is a meh movie with an incredible soundtrack.
Yes.
With an incredible soundtrack. The songs in this are amazing. The one that he opens the concert with is one of my favorites. Slept So Long is what it's called. And it is one of my favorite songs from this whole thing. I've talked about it before. Jonathan Davis, who is the lead singer of Korn, who was my favorite band, does all of the vocals for this, but due to his the production company that he worked for whatever reason, he was not able, because I believe that the soundtrack was released under a different record label than the one he was working. So he was not able to record the actual songs for the soundtrack. So they went out and they got Linkin Park and Disturbed, Jay Gordon, who is the lead singer of Orgy, and all these other bands to record the songs that he wrote and composed and performed in the movie. So they're basically remaking his song with all these other great bands and then popping them on the fucking soundtrack, which is cool in and of itself, though I do want the Jonathan Davis versions. I hope at some point rights come up and we get that. Like, that'd be cool. Hey, listen, they're making all these fucking horror movies because everything's public domain. At some point, he might be dead.
True.
You never know.
Jesus Christ.
No.
So yeah, no. Here's what I got out of this movie, and the basic premise I can get behind. Whether or not it was executed really, really well, which it wasn't, the basic premise I can get behind. There is a vampire, and this is all this vampire's maker's fault. Marius fucked up. He took a spoiled brat and he turned him into a vampire and then expected him to act right. And when he didn't, he got mad and abandoned his child and said, figure the fuck out. And then he went out and fucked everything up. He rocked so hard that he woke up a dormant, sleeping, ancient vampire who only wanted to drain the world of all life. And all he wanted to do was be known. He didn't ask to be turned into a vampire. Marius didn't get consent to do this. He kidnapped this man, bit this man, and then forced him to drink his blood and turned him into a vampire. And while he was doing it, he was like, this is what's going to happen. Like, there was no consent there. There was nothing. So, like, all he wanted to do was, he's like, hey, cool, I've got all these cool powers. I want to go meet people. And he's like, oh, no, you can't do that. You got to hide. in the shadows. We can't be. He's like, no, fuck that. I want to be known. And he made himself known. He went out and started a rock band. And in the course of the movie, the biggest rock band in history, we got MTV involved in this shit. Like actual VJs were doing. Kurt Loder was up on the screen talking his shit in a fake MTV news shit about what was going on.
Yeah.
Jonathan Davis had a cameo as a scalper in the movie, which was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yes, the theatrics are terrible. Yes, the visual CGI bullshit of it all was terrible. I will give you that. When the vampires attack and they fight, and fucking bad. Was not good whatsoever. I will give you that. The story probably could have used a little more fleshing out. This is probably something that, again, they turned Interview with a Vampire into a series now, as opposed to a movie. And I feel like when you're adapting books like this, you are much better off going the series route than you would be a movie route. You have to take too much and compress it into such a small. We could have learned more about the Talamasca and the Talamaskans. Obviously, there was this whole fucking family tree, right? Of this vampire who had human relatives and she was protecting her human relatives. We never got an explanation of like why they were important or what that was about, why we were doing that, why they had a whole fucking wall in this castle for the humans. So like there's a lot that could have been flushed out, and the fight scenes could have been done better. I will give you that. Oof. So yeah, it was a meh. It was a meh movie. I will say Akasha shows up and just starts lighting motherfuckers on fire, turning them to ash like nothing. That was dope as fuck. Ripped the king's throat open, took his power. Like when she showed up, she was fucking people up with just a stare.
Well, like I said, I don't. Anything that she was in, I'm not, giving any critique to. The other thing about it, what's her name, Jessie?
Yeah.
That is the most forced relationship that lacked any sort of chemistry that I've ever seen. Now I don't know what the novel of it is supposed to be, but like these two characters had no chemistry. It's like that is the most forced thing I've ever. I could have forgiven the rest of the movie if they did that better, but that's just like you're just pushing it, and it. How y'all end up together in the end of the movie?
I won't disagree with that. Honestly, I would have assumed that Lestat was gay. I'm not going to lie to you.
I said that up until before they got to him telling him that you woke her up again. It was like, oh, this is like a gay love story between them two. Because between the first time he gave him blood, that like, and then just this whole
everything he did was to get Marius's attention. Like you abandoned.
Yeah,
me. I'm gonna out our entire community. we're coming out of the closet.
Basically,
you don't show up.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the affection I deserve. I don't disagree there, Rick. Now here's the thing. For Jessie, I feel like it was more she was a child who grew up around vampires, and then immediately got booted out of the family and like sent to go live with the Talamaskans. So she's had this yearn to be one of them since she was a child, and Lestat was basically her in. I don't necessarily. I mean, vampires obviously have the power to seduce you. You are drawn to them. And again, doesn't very, very much seem consensual in any way, shape, or form. That's their power to make you feel things. Neither here nor there. Their seduction. But I think for her, it was more of being a vampire than who turned her. Honestly, I bet she would have taken Marius or any one of them. She would have been fine with. She just wanted to be a fucking vampire.
Yeah.
It just so happened that Lestat was the one that turned her, and then because of that, she was Lestat's. Like that's how that worked out. It wasn't really a romantic relationship for the most part. It's more of a mentorship. I made you, you are mine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, Katie, you're over there giggling and smiling.
It's just, I don't know what it is about vampire movies, but they make the act of giving blood to another person to turn them into a vampire the kinkiest shit for absolutely no reason. Sometimes it's
That's
warranted,
like,
and I understand, but like her deliberately cutting right here on her tit. No. Just do it on your neck. It's fine, babe.
well, and this is something that Robert Eggers pointed out when he made Nosferatu. A lot of older, like in the very original texts and stuff like that, that revolves around vampires, is that they went straight through the chest when they sucked blood. Like the neck thing was a newer thing that came out later on when they were making movies. So it could have been homage to that. I don't know.
I mean, in Nosferatu, she does. Yeah, it is right there. So makes sense.
Straight up, straight in.
Because your heart's right
Where the heart is, in the heart. No, but the neck is far more sexy, and you do have the artery that goes right here, the jugular.
I was like, the jugular.
Yeah. So,
because then you can do like the cliche thing. You move the hair. You like that's what she does. And, like she does this.
That's part of the whole. That's part of the whole. The pretext of like the subgenre of what vampire, like they are supposed to be by nature almost sexual, and like that's the whole vibe of it all. Like it's just the tone. Like all of those movies are in some form or fashion like that. But yeah, they just take it to the different level.
Yeah.
I will say there's a point in the movie after Akasha is awakened and she runs off with Lestat and dubs him her new king. And then they go on a fuck fest on an island that they basically just stole from somebody. Where at some point after fucking Aaliyah for an undetermined amount of time, he decides, you know what? Maybe this isn't a good idea and I don't want to do this anymore. It may or may not have been because she said, we're going to kill everybody. And he's like, but I wanted like people to admire and adore me. And I wanted to share that with people. I wanted someone to love me, but I also wanted the spotlight because all of these people loving me wasn't enough because Marius didn't love me the way I needed to be loved. So Lestat is bi. We'll give him bi. He's a bi guy.
He's something.
But, and I feel like a lot of it, honestly, I feel like being a vampire in and of itself is very bi-coded. Like, I feel like in general, just vampires give off bi vibes. Like, they'll go either way.
Well, they bite either way. So, yeah.
So.
All vampires are just a little gay.
Dudes be way too comfortable biting another man's neck sometimes.
Unless that's what they're into. Like, it is what it is. For example, because you brought it up, one of my favorite things is the end of the movie where Jesse and Lestat go to visit David, and Jesse's like, hey, David, you could join us. David's like, nah, I'm cool. And then Marius shows up, and he's like, hey, David. And, like, you just see the look on David's face, and it's like, the wrong person asked David to be a vampire. Yeah. David was waiting for a guy.
Because he saw him earlier. He's like, I need to show you my new painting. And then he just disappears. Like, oh yeah, that was coded. I see what you did. There's a lot of gay energy going throughout this movie for real.
Bi energy.
Yeah.
Oh. That's fun. All around.
It is fun. Absolutely. So it was just meh. And again, like I said, the visuals aren't great. But Katie, I mean, me and Reek talked about how'd you enjoy the music?
And the music was good. And I knew that coming in to the movie, because you talked about it, I knew that the music was going to be like a big thing. That's one person.
I also love Queen of the Damned. That's why I made Katie watch it. And it is one of the best soundtracks. Thank you, Katie.
Listen, there was that before we even got here. There was never a debate about the music. We knew that was going to be fire.
Mhm.
It's what comes in between the music, moments in the music.
Also, Aaliyah is the most beautiful vampire.
Everything with
Yeah,
her
yeah.
character specifically was done extremely well.
And I feel like that. That's kind of why I was just like Aggie, because it's just like I came here for that. Like I get it. Okay, this is supposed to be his story or whatever. But I came here
Well, you
to
get
see
that
as much
now.
of
You
that
did
as
not know
possible.
that prior to this episode. You came into this episode mad that you went and watched a movie called Queen of the Damned, and the Queen didn't show up till 51 minutes in, and you thought she
Yeah.
was supposed to be the main character. So now you know. Yes, Katie.
I also feel like Aaliyah potentially maybe could have had a bigger role had she not passed away.
There is that as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
this
saying
is
it would have been like a bigger role, but like she could have potentially had a little more screen time.
Yeah. Yeah, this is true. This was definitely right at that time. So
Well, yeah,
Carrie
because in the
says
end,
that's fair.
yeah.
I was gonna say Carrie says she actually prefers this over Interview with the Vampire. Hot take. Listen, Jonathan Davis does a lot for me in this movie, so I'm not gonna disagree with you. I love Korn. I do. I love Jonathan Davis. So like when we got in here, Reek's like, what do you like about this movie that isn't Jonathan Davis? I'm like, well, that's not fair because that's the core of what I
Well,
love.
because
about
we
this
knew
movie.
you
So
loved
that's
Jonathan
not
Davis.
a fair ask. But
That
again,
was the one thing I was in agreement on.
there are aspects of this movie that I really do. Yeah, he does have a cameo in it. That I do like. There's the scene where they bring in the two girls, the groupies, the first time, and Lestat's crawling up the wall and on the ceiling, and you watch them go from like, oh, this is kinky and hot to oh shit, what the fuck did we get ourselves into? Before he pounces on them and eats a double girl sandwich on the floor. And I enjoyed that.
The undertones are crazy in LA, no less, because like the amount of this shit that is reality. I mean, obviously, fantasized up a little bit, but like, yeah, they told you a lot without telling you.
Everything about the way that Akasha moved and walked was fantastic because she had a very like a snake, like a belly dancer almost as she like went about her. Yeah, no, I loved everything. Like we said, and as bad as the fights were, again, the cool shit was when she started just turning vampires into fucking burning ash out of nowhere. Again, after she killed her king and took his power, so like she's souped up vampire.
She's a super vampire.
He wanted to do the whole soundtrack himself, but Korn contract would not allow it, so he got peeps from other bands. Yeah. I still do want Slept So Long by Jonathan Davis instead of Jay Gordon from Orgy, though. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Jay Gordon's version, but I want the Jonathan Davis vocals for Slept So Long because I love that. I love that fucking song.
Maybe you should just tweet at Jonathan Davis and ask him.
Honestly, he did a one-man album, and it might actually be on there, but it's like him playing all the instruments and everything, and it's live, so it's not. It's a little different, but I think I do have that, but it's not the same. Yeah, I want it mastered.
Completely understandable. But just going back to Aaliyah real quick, it was just the subtle designs they did because she was an Egyptian queen, having her eyebrows flare out at the end and the mascara and the eyeliner doing the same thing was very Egyptian goddess like. Her headdress, all of her outfits, that, and like I love mythology and shit like that, so that was very like aesthetically pleasing to me, especially the eyebrows. That shit was incredible. I loved that.
I'd like to see this as a series. Like we said, we're doing the Interview with the Vampire series. I feel like there's a lot that got left out of this that
there is a Talamasca series.
Yeah. So I feel like there might be, but so the Talamasca is not solely here as well. Mayfair Witches, the Talamasca is in that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander Daddario. So, but yeah, no, I feel like there's some stuff that we didn't quite flesh out that we could have fleshed out a little better that might have made it a little more interesting. And then we could have done those fight scenes better, like a lot better.
Oh man. That's
Thank you, Carrie. We appreciate it.
Cool. Nice.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I knew
that fight scene
something
at the
about this movie was
concert.
gonna be wrong. Like I knew everyone's reaction
Listen,
when I told people I had to watch Queen of the Damned, they were like, "Oh," I was like, "Shit."
But it wasn't a bad movie. Honestly, Marius might be my favorite character. Also, it wasn't. It's again. Listen, Katie said she didn't hate it, but she didn't love it. It was just meh, right? So that means it's not a bad movie. If it was a bad movie, Katie has watched bad movies for shit Matt made.
Barricade.
Not just Barricade.
But that's always my go-to.
Classics that Katie has hated. That
Phantasm.
Phantasm, Children of the Corn, the first one.
Yeah, the first one.
You know,
the other one you made me watch.
Children of the Corn? What?
I didn't like the first one. What is it? You made me watch 4?
4, The Gathering, which was my favorite. Yeah, we watched 1 and 4.
That one was better. Pet Cemetery, I didn't like Baby Gage. And Baby Gage, or Dead Baby Gage.
I love that she did not like Pet Cemetery, but she refers to Baby Gage all of the time in the show.
Because he's the best part of the movie. What do you mean? So I've watched some questionable things.
Yeah, I know you didn't like Phantasm, though, and I can't blame you.
No.
It was some weird shit. But
it was weird. It was bad. It wasn't good.
Indeed. It was not.
I was looking at my notes, and Marius might be my favorite character because not just what he did at the end, but like, so basically, Marius is outside painting. Lestat hears voices, finds the hidden chamber, goes down. Akasha's like, here, suck my wrist as he's playing the violin. And by the way, the violin playing in this, fucking cool as shit. Like that whole.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I will give him that.
That song had been turned into something for his band. Like he's like, oh, hey, by the way, we have this. Let's do something with this and make a song out of it. But anyway, Marius comes back and he's like, I've been watching these statues for centuries and they haven't moved. And you show up and she offers you her hand. Fuck that. And takes Lestat out and runs off with the statues and just from behind because he's a jealous little bitch. He is. He's a jealous little bitch.
So he's your favorite character because he's a jealous little bitch.
Well, between that and like him going after David at the end, which I thought was funny, and even like they have that whole like where he finally shows up, like Lestat finally got his attention. He's like, "Hey, so you might have done some shit, and someone's coming." And like they go and he's like, "Let me show you what the world is like." And they go and they sit on his billboard and they talk. Like all of that was fun. I enjoyed all of that. I enjoy Marius as a character.
You know what? What was it that Allison used to call Roman? Gaslighting girl boss. That's when Marius was given.
Whoa.
You called Roman that.
Whoa.
Because it's like. Because I remember y'all talking about that, so I wasn't sure if it was you or Allison that said it, but that just
gaslighting girl boss Roman was the best thing that ever happened.
Of course it was. But like that like Marius was kind of like all right, because well, you know, I was getting a little bit of that for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want him going off going crazy, but then it's like you just abandon him, and then you come back and tell him he's got to chill out because woke up her and shit like you got to pick one. You can't be a deadbeat dad and fucking like I don't want to, I guess jealous. I don't know. Like it's too much going on here, bro.
I know all about that first one.
And
I can make the jokes all I want.
I was going to say that's not fair, Kitty. Because to be fair, you're not still waiting for that guy to come back. All right?
No, fuck that guy.
Lestat went to sleep, woke up centuries later, was still waiting for the motherfucker to come back, and then
you were talking to me like 10, 15 years ago. Sure, Katie. Now
started an music career just to be like, hey, Dad, I'm here.
And then told everybody he man, like literally just told everybody that had a problem with it, this is where I'm going to be. Pull up. I want all the smoke. We're having a concert. I'm not hiding. I'm gonna be right out front on the stage. Whenever one of y'all have a problem, I'm going to be there, and we can settle it right there. That's crazy to me.
Honestly, if the fight scenes were better, I think this movie might have been better received. If we didn't do the weird, because they're vampires, the floating shadow bullshit, and the slow motion Matrix, whatever the fuck they tried to do that they failed that hard.
Listen, I understand.
I said it was a mix of Power Rangers and the Matrix, the way that the movements were happening.
Yeah, but like, listen, Twilight did it better with that shit.
Yeah,
we will not do that here. We will not do that here.
I'm just. You're gonna sit there and tell me that I'm wrong?
I'm not. I fuck all of those movies.
I'm not saying they're good. I'm just saying
the fights in Twilight were better than the fights in this, and I'm not gonna.
Dope ass baseball scene, but it's fine. I
was gonna say the implied fight that never happened.
I was so shook when that happened. It was a crazy time. Wild. But no, there's been shows and other things after this came out that did that vampire movement so much better. Probably even before too, but I just can't think of anything that off the top of my head that came out before this.
Blade.
Okay, well then, yeah. There we go.
Like, damn, you had 1 and 2 by the time that King of the Damned came out.
So there we go.
Yeah.
Also, why is this motherfucker so greedy? Like, does he have like a? What's the? Get drunk on blood or something like that? That he just can't turn that shit off. Because it's like, how many times do they have to keep saying, "Hey, that's enough, that's enough"? Like, you have an addiction issue going on here.
What are you talking about? Which one? What's that?
He's talking about
both times. Yeah.
Again, he was a French nobleman. He was basically a prince. He is a spoiled brat. He is royalty, Reek. He knows no better.
I get it.
And then Daddy Marius shows up, whisks him away, gives him all this extra power. He's already really fucking rich and powerful and spoiled as fuck. Then you make him a vampire and give him all this power and expect him to act right. And instead of teaching him how to act right, he acts up and you say, fuck it, and abandon him and just let him go about his spoiled, like no one was there to correct him or teach him anything.
But I'm saying it's like the way he be looking, like it's like he was trying crystal meth for the first time, because you see his eyes like turning and shit like that, and then he talking about, oh, she's like liquid fire, like, bro, like
I think that's specifically because she was like the first vampire.
Yeah, no, that was straight up doing drugs.
Yeah. That was heroin.
Yeah.
For vampires.
Ancient blood is heroin for vampires.
Write that down. There's something I said earlier that I wanted you to write down, and I don't remember what it was, but it was funny. Man, I should have wrote that myself. It's fine. It happens. It's okay.
It is okay.
This movie happened.
Yeah, the fuck it did.
So, middle of the road.
Yeah. Yeah.
You enjoyed it more than you enjoyed Phantasm.
Oh, yeah.
And Pet Sematary.
Mm-hmm.
Children of the Corn. I mean, there's a whole list of stuff we watch now.
Yeah. There's this is the 24th Katie Horror Showcase, so
damn.
So it's sitting somewhere around like 11, 12, 13.
What about Night? Is Night of the Demons still like the front runner?
Night of the Demons
Oh, that
2.
isn't. That's probably 5 or 6 at this point. There's been plenty of stuff that's gone.
I
up
don't know
over
what
that.
my number 1 is at this point now. I don't remember.
You had it written down.
I did, but I don't know where it went. I didn't do anything.
Ooh.
'Cause I really
Oh,
thought
I have From Dusk Till Dawn, Idle Hands, Ginger Snaps, Night of the Demons 2.
Yeah.
I forgot that Dustin on is on there. Yeah.
Yep.
And then Idle Hands because Devin Sawa.
Now, it's apropos that we're talking about this because our
Oh, yeah.
trivia episode is going to be all things vampires and werewolves.
Yep.
Ooh.
And that is officially now on March 29th.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be doing trivia, all things vampires and werewolves, March 29th. I'm excited for that. What are we going to watch next for the Katie Horror Showcase?
I don't know.
Let's see. You got the list.
Well,
I do
he
have
has the list of movies. I have just like
Oh.
the schedule of when we do shit. And that's what happens at the end of every episode because we have Scream 7.
Mm-hmm.
That's next week, right?
That's next
Yep.
week. Yeah.
Well, 2 weeks.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Right, not this
technically.
Not this
yeah.
coming weekend, but the one after. Yeah.
Well, the way I look at it, I look at it on the calendar on here. It's like it's the next week.
Yeah.
Yes. The 28th.
Technically, next Saturday is the 21st, and then
Yeah.
after that
It's-
is the 28th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
28th.
And then it's a Katie
And
Horror
then-
Showcase, and then it's trivia.
Yeah. So March 14th. All right. Well, give me some options and I'll pick.
We have the Paul Walker classic Joyride, where if you miss seeing Paul Walker drive a car,
See, I
You
don't
get
like
to see
people
Paul Walker.
react like that.
you get to see Paul Walker drive a car
Okay.
before he drove Fast and Furious. Green Room, which I told you about, is punks fighting Nazis.
I was about to say that's a Nazi movie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
If you want to go classic, there's always The Fly, but I know you hate body horror, so we're probably putting that one off.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Goldblum.
I know, but it's body horror.
It's pretty nasty too.
See, I don't want to watch it,
But he's turning into a fly. Like, what do you expect?
but it's gross.
Or we could go back to our late 90s
Urban Legends.
Urban Legend. We do have Urban Legend.
Sorry, it's one legend, not multiple legends.
Oh.
Let's do that one.
I don't
You
think I
wanna
watched
do
Final
Urban
Cut.
You don't need to watch Final Cut.
What the fuck is Final Cut?
the sequel.
There's a sequel?
There's
Yes.
3.
What?
Final
Wait,
Cut
what?
actually isn't. So there's Urban Legend Final Cut, which is the sequel, which actually isn't that bad. And then there's Urban Legend Bloody Mary, which is the third.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
trilogy.
okay.
And
Yeah, I heard that
the
one.
Bloody Mary was the one that was bad.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
I didn't even attempt.
Yeah, let's do Urban Legend. I want to do that one. So I think
do
that
Urban
rounds
Legend.
out our 90s kick we had.
Oh yeah.
Yay! I'm excited for that one. I keep
So-
seeing it pop up everywhere.
If you're listening and or watching, join us on the 28th when we review Scream 7. And then Katie Horror Showcase, Shit Matt Made Katie Watch, Urban Legend, and all of the news and rumors and trailers that Katie brings along. 2 weeks after that. And then March 29th, Trick or Trivia, our first game of the season. It will be Katie versus Eric versus Sean from Sean's Horror Corner versus KB. And the winner of that will then have a place in the finals to take on our reigning, defending, current Trick or Trivia champion from Final Girls Podcast, Kelly. And yeah, I'm excited to see who moves on. Can our former champion beat 3 brand new challengers and secure their
Yeah.
spot in the finals?
Fuck. I don't know who the third person is. I didn't know there was gonna be another person.
Mm-hmm.
I
was
called
going
the
to
next
have
qualifier.
I told you you're in the next one. I specifically sent you the message saying round 2 is you.
Do you have a Van White?
No, not currently. So you can join me.
Cool. I haven't been in the chair yet.
I was going to have Brandy be the 4th, but she is busy. So Brandy might get pushed to Reek's episode if she is available when we do that.
Okay.
Once we hash that out.
KB?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
When I was talking to Sarah, she gave me a list of horror podcasters that she worked with that she thought would be good for us to have on trivia. And I went and checked everything out. So KB is from KB Loves Movies. And I sent him and Sean the finals of Trigger Trivia, and they both loved the show, and they were like, "Hell yeah, we're in." So,
Dope. I like when we make friends.
I'm scared.
don't be scared.
As you should be.
Listen, hold on. Let's talk about this real quick, Katie. You have listen. Unless scared drives you and fuels you, you have proven yourself plenty. All right. You came on here. You had never seen a movie before you met me and Reek, and from there, you went on to beat Reek twice to become champion last year or 2 years ago. And then defended your crown and did really well in the finals, mind you. You played every game with me leading up to the finals to make sure that they were set, and you did really well in those as well. It wasn't just me giving you the answers constantly. You knew quite a bit. You have learned it, and just because we are movie podcasters and we are horror podcasters, it doesn't mean that they know any more or less than you do, because you are also a horror movie podcaster. So you've got a whole month to study up on vampire and werewolf movies.
Yeah.
And you take all these damn notes. So, I mean, at this point, I don't know what you'd be worried about.
It's the memorization of what happens and what in characters and things. And I know specific things that are going to be like categories are changed. So, which I'm personally one of the only people very happy about that. So.
There you go.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? I might not even make it to the final this year.
Well, the way things are positioned, and Katie and I have talked about this, but Rick, since you're here, we are going to have round 1 and round 2. Round 3 will be all of the losers from the previous rounds competing for the final spot. So if there are 3 in round 1 or 4 in round 1 and 4 in round 2, that means the 6 people that did not make it will compete in round 3 for the final spot in the finals.
If they're all available.
If they're all available. Whoever is available will be there. So it could be up to 6 competitors. It could be 2 or 4, whoever's available. So everyone will be invited back should they come back. At most 6 people competing for the final spot to challenge the 2 winners and Kelly in the finals.
Yeah, I got to stay out of that fucking 3rd round. Jesus. Honestly, Kelly's the one I'm scared of. I was from jump.
Well, Kelly came back and redeemed herself after a controversial win to get to the finals.
That is true.
Ooh, yeah. So,
it's all right.
It's okay.
I'll see if Will wants to play. I'll get Will in on the episode with you, and then I got to find 2 more people, Brandy and maybe 1 more if Brandy's available. So,
yes,
I guess it'd be Brandy and Sarah. So that would be it.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, because you have to have Sarah on.
Yep. And if Brandy's not available, then I will find, or Will's not available, then I'll find someone to fill those spots. I've got people to hit up.
And at least I can help you on that episode since I'm not on it. So,
but All right, so Urban Legend is the next Katie Horror Showcase. Our next episode is a review of Scream 7, which we have mixed feelings about going into anyway, but I'm taking Zoe because Zoe's excited to go see it, and she doesn't know all of the politics behind it because she's 5, so.
Lucky her.
Yeah. But
does she have a favorite character?
So, oddly enough, today, she asked me if we could watch Scream 2. And she told me Mickey was her favorite character in Scream 2. And I don't know why. She asked me who my favorite character was. And I said, I think it's probably Randy. And she goes, Mickey's mine. And I'm like, okay.
They're basically the same person. Just one of them,
one of them's crazy.
His fascination a little bit too far. Whereas the other just kind of used it for survival.
She originally asked me because she didn't remember. Mickey came up and she goes, "Is that cotton?" And I'm like, "No, that's not cotton." And she goes, "Oh, that's cotton." And I'm like, "Yes, that's cotton." But she knows her shit.
She does.
So.
That's good. That's what's up.
All right.
I like it.
Any final thoughts, arguments about Queen of the Day before we get out of here?
No.
Do I have anything in my notes?
I don't
Lestat has groupies, but they don't quite get it. Lestat started a rock band because he was lonely and tired of hiding, and then pissed off his entire race. Jesse's a pick-me. Marius abandoned his child. Something about Katie. Violinist was dope.
Fuck you.
Oh, I have in here. I said Jesse thinks she's about that life till she sees it.
Yeah, Marius was bitch.
She talked all that shit about how I want you to do this, and then she sees him maul somebody, and now all of a sudden she's scared. Like, no, I don't want to do it no more.
Jesse's just another white girl giving white girls bad names because she is specifically told, "Hey, we are Telemaskins. We sit there, we observe, we don't get involved. Please don't go back to that bar." And immediately goes back to that bar. And then as she's surrounded by vampires, she's just like, my master's Marius. And they're like, we never even heard of that motherfucker. You know why? Because he abandoned his child and dipped the fuck out. That's why. Yeah. Luckily, Lestat was hiding in the dark, and he's like, Marius? I don't know. Yeah. You say my dad? The king's name was Enkel. So Akasha and Enkel ruled Egypt and almost drank the world dry until all of a sudden Enkel's like, you know what? I'm not really thirsty anymore. And then he turned to stone, and Akasha's like, well, without him, I guess I'll go to stone too. And then somehow Marius became, the statue cleaner. Yeah, that's really about it. That's all I really wrote down. I thought about coming up with an "Am I the asshole" for this, but I feel like everyone was the asshole in this movie. So
there was too many assholes.
Too many to pick from. Am I the asshole for outing my entire race because I was lonely?
Am I the asshole for abandoning my child? Because
Am I the asshole for abandoning my child because I left a child in a castle with secret passages and he found them and did what kids do? Am I the asshole for ignoring all of the people that told me not to go to vampire bars and then went to a vampire bar and then turned into a vampire?
Eventually.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for kicking a child out of our castle and making her leave so that she inevitably came back to become a vampire anyway?
All of them are yes.
Basically, yeah.
Am I the asshole for awaking from an ancient slumber, killing my husband, and then lighting vampires on fire because fuck the world?
Which he was already dead. You kind of just double tapped him for no reason. Like, Why?
So I think she wanted his power. That's what
That's exactly why. Yep.
She had found her. He did not. So basically, my understanding is Akasha, she wanted to drink the world dry. She was all about that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Uncle's like, you know what? I'm not thirsty anymore. And she's like, I didn't say I wasn't thirsty, but I don't want to do this alone. Then Lestat comes along and she's like, oh, that's somebody who will do it with me. I don't need you anymore, you boring ass motherfucker. I got a new side piece, and he'll be my king. And what she meant by he'll be my king is this time I'm going to be in charge, and he'll be my little bitch.
Oh yeah,
No,
that was obvious. He was like a little dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely the submissive in that relationship.
Cause she looks at all them like, you see how he listens.
It's terrible.
All right, Reek.
You want to finish that sentence or? Oh, okay.
Reek. Well, I was about to, and then you said, like Masterpiece. So I was going to let you just do your thing. The Havoc Hour, Young Kings Wrestling. Where can they find all the things where you make them say,
Yeah. I don't do all that. But yeah, you can find me at ReekHavoc24 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And you can find everything Havoc Hour related at Linktree/ReekHavoc. All the links to episodes and everything, site is up on there as well. Find Young Kings Wrestling, YKWrestling.com or Linktree/YK Wrestling. All the sites to the episodes, platforms, merch, everything like that. Check that out.
I just want to let you know, by the way, Zoe loves saying, say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. She sings it in the back of my car randomly. Where can they find you hating on Joe Hendry, Katie?
Wow. Okay. Terrible. Well, you can find me on Twitter, KatieRasson13. The link tree in my bio will take you to everything She-Lead Showcase, said podcast where I hate on Joe Hendry, on youtube.com/She-Lead Showcase or linktree/She-Lead Showcase, whatever. You can go there, Twitch, all the things. New episodes Thursdays, 6 p.m. Eastern-ish. Unless I'm tired, then it'll be 6:30. That's what happened this week.
I don't even hate on Joe Hendry no more. Like I can, and you know, I like to hold my beefs into the ground. I don't know. I got turned around a little bit.
He looks like a serial killer, and I'm not about that. So,
I mean, I'm not going to dispute that.
You love watching things with serial killers. Hold on. No. You know what? I thought about this when you said that because you were a huge Dexter Loomis fan who was a literal serial killer on the show. So don't sit here and be like, he looks like a serial killer. I don't like that shit.
Because Dexter Loomis didn't talk, and he was just he was just in the shadows.
You're gonna walk yourself to the gallows. This motherfucker was crawling to the ring, like with Stranger Things music in the background. He would get up in the ring and start crawling on his hands and knees.
He was kidnapping motherfuckers in a haunted house, and he would pop out under the ring. Like, can't be like serial killer turned me off, because we know serial killer does not turn Katie off.
Hey,
that's the exact opposite. That mute motherfucker was, yeah.
No, Dexter Loomis hid in the shadows, and I loved him. Joe Hendry's too much in the light, and I don't like him.
Carrie, if you're still watching, thank you for joining us. And anyone else watching, be like Carrie. Come for the vibes and then sub. You guys can do that at youtube.com/creationworld, which if you're watching this on YouTube, you already know where you're at. So just go hit that subscribe button. We would appreciate it. If you guys want to follow me, the show's called Getting Off. That's what we do here. And you can follow me everywhere at Getting Off. TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, all of the things. I am there. Come follow me so you know when our shows go live, so you get my little political rants into whatever we're talking about for that week, or my reviews.
That's not why we're here.
Because that's not why we're here. There will be one for Predator Badlands, because I did just watch it, so that is coming very soon. It is out on Hulu, and I recommend it. I recommend it, but you'll find more out if you follow me on TikTok or Instagram. For Miss Katie Kinsey Bebe and Dr. Reek Baker, BBC, I am the patron saint of podcast and Warden Matt Ritter. and you have gotten off.